All right. Yeah, I can hear you. You can hear me, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
the audio recorder's a bot.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
Wasn't
okay.
expecting it to be a bot.
All right. Okay, welcome to episode 1 of the Outcast, starring me, Cosmic Matt, and guest starring GenoWhirl 70. Let's begin.
Yeah.
Hello.
What should we start talking about?
I don't know. I mean, we started off pretty strongly before everything started by talking about Luigi and his 10-inch donger, but
Yeah.
All right, let's just go straight into that. Just go straight into that.
No, I don't want to have to give any context for that. We're just gonna move past it, okay? We're gonna move past it and let people guess what we meant by that.
Let's just put the image in their head of a very
just
large
imagine it,
Luigi
Just
with an equally large dong.
I mean, that's what I've always believed is underneath those overalls. I mean, think about it. Luigi's the taller brother. They got those strong Italian genes. What else would be? I mean, I couldn't imagine anything else, to be honest.
in Luigi's mansion, it's removable. That's what the flashlight is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like you plug it in to charge it.
Oh, no. Yeah, Luigi is just a charging dock for a flashlight Venus.
Oh, what was that whole thing about Venus Pizza?
We found, or at least Torg found, a pizza place that was listed on Google without the apostrophe. It's actually Benny's Pizza, but Benny is spelled B-E-N-I. But there's no apostrophe on the Google Maps listing, so it just said Venus Pizza.
Venus Pizza. Oh my god.
And so they were calling it, and he did this prank call thing that's like, "Your daughter kicked my dog. She came down the street to where my house was, and she kicked my dog." And it was just completely automated, so it's like a pre-recording. And so it'll pause whenever the other person is talking, but then resume with the next voice line that's pre-recorded after they're done. So it just sort of plays out a little bit of a script and disregards what the other person is saying.
Yeah, just like he just keeps it playing, and the woman just like, "Excuse me, sir." She doesn't even fall for it.
Yeah, she's like, "My daughter came all the way down from Chandler and kicked your dog. That doesn't make any sense." He's like, "You're trying to confuse me."
I think the worst part about this is that the guy's name is spelled B-E-N-I. Who spells Benny like that?
I know. I mean, it doesn't even make any sense because based on the way that, phonics work, I would imagine that it would be pronounced Beanie. B-E-N-I. You need 2 N's if it's going to be Benny.
Or Benai.
Benai. The plural of Bennis.
All right, let's.
I wumbo, you
like,
wumbo.
Like, just imagine someone just walking in, just like, "Hello, can I get a Venus Pizza?" And I'm like, "Sure." And he just like it just sets up a whole boneless pizza thing.
Yeah, I mean, Torg did call them and ask for a Venus pizza, but they put him on hold and he couldn't get them to answer.
They're trying to figure out how to respond to that.
Charging him for like a long distance.
No, he used a Google Voice number. Anything in the United States is free.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I think Canada too. Most places in Canada are free to call as well.
Yeah, because it's not overseas or anything.
Mm-hmm. There's wires for that.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh, Gino, I got a question to ask you. What was probably like the weirdest experience you had with like Source Filmmaker? Like the weirdest comments you've ever gotten?
The weirdest comments I've ever gotten. Like on specifically Source Filmmaker videos or just anything?
No, anything in anything.
Oh, anything. I make these comment simulator videos where I basically just highlight all the stupid and idiotic comments. But my favorite comment that I've ever gotten is a guy unironically saying, "Scout actually comes from Boston, not America."
What?
Exactly.
Friggin' Boston. They're not part of America, man. What are you talking about? Friggin' Boston, man.
And then the replies are filled with people trying to persuade the guy that Boston is a city in America.
Boston is my city.
I don't know, that's just my favorite comment.
I wish I gotten comments like those because I would have just pinned them.
Actually, I've known a few people. This guy told me who it actually was, but he said his dad was born in Washington, D.C. So his license says he was born in the District of Columbia, and he spent a very long time convincing the guy at the airport that he did not need a passport and that the District of Columbia was in America because he was under the impression that Columbia was in reference to British Columbia. He's like, no, you're from Canada, man. He spent like an hour arguing with the TSA agent.
My gosh, that TSA agent must be horrible at his job if he doesn't even know that.
Once the TSA agent found out he had been arguing with that guy for so long about something he knew nothing about, that's the kind of stuff that when you're trying to go to sleep at night, your brain will just remind you of, and you'll be like, why was I such an idiot? That TSA agent will never sleep soundly again.
Yeah.
It's like 30 years from now, he'll be asleep, and like his brain will be, hey, remember that one time you didn't know that the District of Columbia was in America?
Yeah, on his deathbed, he's going to be all loaded up with morphine, and his family's going to be gathered around him, and he's like, I wish to voice my regrets. And they're like, what is it, Pop? What's your regrets? What do you wish you did in life? Not something I wish I did. Something I wish I didn't. What is it? I once argued for 2 hours with a man about whether or not the District of Columbia was in America. Pop, you're a fucking idiot.
I know.
Just pull the plug.
Yeah, they just pull the plug. The second he says that, plugs out and a flat line starts beeping.
Oh, sorry, I wanted to charge my phone.
Yeah, the doctor just looks at him and shrugs and then walks out. He's like, yeah, no, that's reasonable.
Plot twist, the doctor was the guy that he was arguing about.
Just like removes a face mask and it's just like the 80s like sci-fi movie like song just as it pans out.
So I'm checking news articles right now. You know what one of the most infuriating things is that they've been doing recently, just about all the phone companies have been doing? They've been removing the headphone jack. Apple did it first and people were like, that's stupid. And now the new Google phone is doing it and people are still like, that's stupid. And recently I read another article about the LG phone, which has like a deluxe headphone jack. Like that's one of their features.
What
like,
the heck is a deluxe headphone jack?
Well, in a headphone jack,
they've
got a digital to analog converter.
Like a slot that you could just flip open and there's a headphone jack.
But when converting
digital
signal to analog for headphones, there's a certain level of distortion, and really high quality digital to analog converters are not usually in phones, but this LG phone has like a brand new one that's supposed to be the best like you can get in any device. And I read an article that was all like, LG's new headphone jack is nice, but their misguided attempts to save the headphone jack aren't going to work. It feels like a supervillain taunting someone about trying to stop them.
Your misguided attempts to save the headphone jack are not going to work, Mr. Bond.
You're a fool. Your attempts to save the headphone jack will be in vain. It's too late already.
And I could just imagine Apple just removing the charger and just like you use it once and it dies and then
you have to buy a new one.
Well, I feel like that's going to happen. Like, I give it 2 generations tops before Apple removes the charger jack and makes it to where it only charges through like setting it down on a contact plate.
Oh my gosh, that would be horrible.
I know.
They already did that with the mouse.
Yeah, and the only way you'll be able to sync it is wirelessly, so syncing your phone will take a ridiculous amount longer.
Well, what's the point in like the Apple, like you know how like it charges, like it plugs in on the bottom and doesn't charge it on the front? Why couldn't you just plug it in on the front? If you're the king of being so innovative, why couldn't you innovate common sense?
Yeah.
Because some people's definition of innovation is let's make it worse and watch people complain.
The headphone jack
and then we can get rid of it and have people praise us for it.
I think the headphone jack hasn't been changed in like 80 years or something like that because they perfected it early on. I have no idea why they decided to start removing it now.
Yeah,
Bluetooth,
I don't understand that trend.
Yeah, Bluetooth, in case you didn't know, is pretty much the same thing as Wi-Fi. It's the same signal range. It's just a very specific band. Yeah. And So the more signals that you have out there, the more distorted and like disruption you can get in a small area. So if you've got your Bluetooth headphones, your like computer syncing it in real time or whatever, it's connected to the internet, it's got cellular data, eventually there's just going to be so many signals floating around that nothing is going to work properly.
Yeah.
It's just dumb to have more stuff floating out there.
Yeah,
I remember the days when everything was connected by wires.
Yeah.
I don't like wires. I do not like wireless
That's
mice.
a wired mouse and keyboard.
Exactly.
Yeah, I still use Ethernet for everything. I don't use wireless internet.
Yeah, my PS4's Wi-Fi sucks ass. Like, I'm serious. Like, it's so bad. It took 30 minutes to download 500 megabytes. That's how bad it is.
Ooh. Well, my internet is bad in general. Believe it or not, my internet at my dorm at college is better than my Wi-Fi at home.
Yeah, same with me, actually. My dorm internet is much better than at home.
Yeah.
My Wi-Fi at home is supposed to get 12 megabits per second upload and download. It gets 10 megabits per second download and 0.5 upload.
500 kilobytes.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah, mine's not too great either.
It takes me about an hour to upload a 2-minute video.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't normally upload videos, so I guess...
Yeah, my internet's not too great either. Well, reliably wise, it's not like at least like once every 2 days I gotta unplug it and plug it back in.
The universal solution for everything.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just throw Bluetooth in everything.
Oh my gosh.
Introducing the Bluetooth toaster. Now you can toast bread from across the planet.
Oh, jeez. I thought it was Bluetooth as in it was like connected wirelessly to toast things from far away, but you're actually talking about it wirelessly cooks things. Like things that aren't even in the toaster.
Yeah, let's say you're in Europe and your house is back in America and you're like, I want some toast waiting for me when I get back. So you activate your wireless toaster and it toasts the toast.
See, I was imagining you literally tell the toaster to toast a piece of bread that isn't in the toaster. The bread's just like over way in the distance and it just toasts.
It sends out like
microwaves.
You can use
you ever tried to toast bread in the microwave as a kid?
I have not.
It's a horrible idea. It basically turns into cardboard.
Ew.
It gets
I
all like
I toasted bread so much. Like, I wanted to make like a ton of sandwiches at once. So like, I did what Matt did, throw it in the microwave. When I realized it was like that, what I did is I just threw it. I just threw it across the house, and I bit it, and I bit cardboard. It's seriously exactly the same.
Mm-hmm. The front glass on my microwave came off. Like it still has the layer of like mesh that protects you from the microwaves, but just like the actual glass itself isn't there. And I still feel like there's something about the glass that might have protected it. So every time I put something in the microwave, I like duck so I'm not directly in the path of the microwaves. Everybody get down! I'm making soup!
And it's still gonna be cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was actually a kid at my school that, like, and I know one of the game drums did it too, but, like, they knew that microwave was radiation, so they, like, never used it.
Oh, jeez. I remember being told as a kid by, like, a million different really weird suburban moms that, oh, you can't get a cell phone as a kid because your brain's still developing and cell phones give off radiation. You'll get cancer.
Oh my god.
Not even joking.
You'll get cancer by going on the internet.
You'll get cancer by going out in the sunlight. That's why I never leave my home.
You'll get cancer by just sitting there doing nothing in a well-lit indoor room.
Given today's medical technology, you get to live long enough to die of cancer. That's basically... that's what you get.
No, like the reason the mom said, oh, you'll get cancer from using your cell phone, that's what happens when you go on Musical.ly.
Or just any number of really bad social media things. A while back, my friends were like, why don't you have Snapchat? I'm like, what? Snapchat? This was like a year ago. I literally had no idea what Snapchat was. And I downloaded it.
I'm usually a little late on to jumping into like social media networks because I don't really want to jump at sort of like the wrong one. So
I don't want to put
I
my
don't-
information into a website that could end up being hacked into, you know? Because I
Yeah,
like to use the
the only
same
thing I give
password
out
for
is
stuff.
my name. The only thing I give out is my name. That's it.
I
Really,
like
the
to
only-
sometimes reuse passwords so it's easier to remember, but at the same time it's really insecure, so I gotta be careful about what sites I register on.
Yeah.
I just use like variations of the same password. Like on my most secure, like my PayPal, it's like the longest password I have.
Mhm.
But it's just like, I mean, I have a note card in my desk to tell me what my passwords are, and even then, it's like invisible ink.
Oh, jeez, he's getting into some spy crap right there. He's got his invisible ink. He's got a black light. Don't shine that anywhere but the note card that you have stuff written on, just saying.
My God, next generation of Spy Kids.
Not even lying, they're making a Spy Kids series and they recast all the characters. It's like
Are you serious? Another one?
Not even joking. They cast the weird little redhead kid from I forget one of the Disney Channel shows as Junie.
It's too bad Bill Paxton isn't around.
Is it like a reboot or a continuation?
It is, I think it might be a continuation, but it's set back in the time of the original movies. It might be a reboot, though, because it's really weird, because the girl that they cast for Carmen is in her 20s, but the kid that they cast for Junie is like 11.
What the heck?
Yeah, there's a humongous age difference. She might just be playing a teenager, but it's still a huge age difference.
Yeah,
I can send you guys the
Bill
IMDb
Paxton
page.
anymore. We can't have the Dinkster.
Did somebody ring
Somebody
the
ring the
Dinkster?
Dinkster. I remember watching the third one as a kid.
Here's the IMDb page for the new Spy Kids series.
Spy
Kids,
Kids.
Mission Critical.
Mission Critical.
The series centers around brothers
Mission Critical Condition.
Junie and Carmen Cortez as they attend Spy Kids Academy, a top-secret spy school for kid agents, when a new counter-spy agency threatens the safety of the world. It will be up to junior spies, Junie and Carmen, to train and lead a team of fellow spy cadets against the forces of Swamp, sinister wrongdoers against mankind's preservation, and their diabolical leader, Golden Brain. The mission critical team may not be ready, but they are only ones to call when grown-up spies can't do the job. Oh my gosh, this sounds really bad.
Sounds like a smell film.
I'm disappointed.
I can make that. I can make that.
Don't say that.
I'm disappointed because I don't see the Dinkster on the cast list.
Well, he died.
Oh.
I mean, I guess they could have recast, but
Yeah, just like toss him out. Like, oh.
Carter Hastings is playing Junie Cortez. Carter Hastings, of course, being best known for his role as Evan in Liv and Maddie, additional voices in Hotel Transylvania, and of course his upcoming role in Ready Player One as Kid at Home.
Oh, my favorite character, Kid
Yeah,
at
that's the
Home.
best one. I remember him from the book.
Yeah.
There are like 3 chapters about that character. He was good. He also was in The Lion Guard, which is the Disney series that's a prequel to The Lion King, I think, as a character named Young Hippo. Can I have that be my rap name?
Young Hippo.
I'll gain a few more pounds, and I'll get I'll get some dental surgery to make my 2 front teeth much bigger. I'll be Young Hippo. I can do it. I can pull it off.
Yeah, but are you sure it's going to be worth it?
Why would it not be?
Well, you know how crazy rap is.
Oh,
You gotta add the crazy hairdo, like XX extension cord.
I can do that. Oh, geez. All of the names of the characters in the Spy Kids show are really bad. So, like, there's the names that are actual names. There's Carmen and Junie. But then there is Glitch, Ace, Scorpion, Sir Awesome, PSI,
Sir
Myrna.
Awesome? Are you kidding me?
Dez, and Mint Condition, being played by Patton Oswalt. His name is spelled Mint as an M-I-N-T.
Who the fuck would name their child Mint Condition?
Well, Mr. and Mrs. Condition, of course.
It's probably a spy Mr. and Mrs. Condition. Yeah, Mr. Mental Condition and his wife,
Medical Condition.
Doctor Medical Condition, MD, actually.
Yeah, it's just like they just start like a whole spin-off series, just like Full House, but starring mental condition. Like
I'm
this,
interested in this Sir Awesome fellow,
Who is Sir? Let's see who Sir Awesome is played by. What else he's been in?
Richard Ian Cox.
Richard
Cox.
Ian Cox. That's a great name.
Ian Cox.
Most known for doing a lot of anime, a lot of it.
Yeah, looks like he did a lot of Inuyasha.
Yeah, that's pronounced.
I don't know. I just say Inuyasha. It's probably something else.
And split Dino Trucks. And he's the voice of Lofty in the U.S. dub of the Bob the Builder series. Did you know that it's a British show
Wait,
that
the
they
U.S.
dub
dub
with
of
American
Bob the
voice
Builder?
actors? Yeah. Bob the Builder has always been a British show, but they dub it with American accents when they bring it over to the U.S. Not even joking.
Oh, they do the same thing with Thomas the Tank Engine.
I think they keep the narrator the same.
No, I thought it was different because the British version has Ringo Starr, and the American version has crap. What was his name? Alec Baldwin, I think.
Alec Baldwin?
Yeah,
What are you
Alec
talking
Baldwin
about?
was a narrator on Thomas.
I'm checking this. Alec Baldwin.
He was like
Thomas
the conductor in the movie.
He was the conductor in the movie too, but he was also a narrator in the older shows.
I'm looking for Thomas the
Yeah, I
Train
don't like
Off.
why they switched to full-on CGI one. Sort of like the cheapness of the old show had a really good charm.
Yeah, I really did.
Okay, so he's the narrator in Thomas and Friends, Engine Friends. That's too many use of the word friends in that title. Thomas and Friends, The Greatest Stories.
And Friends.
Mud, Glorious Mud. Halloween
Friends.
Adventures. Best of Gordon. Oh yeah, he was
Knuckles.
the narrator. He was the narrator from 1998 to 2003 on the series.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I guess I always saw clips of the British show because I never really watched it as a kid. Huh. Weird.
Yeah.
I'm getting Forrest Whitaker eye just from that realization. I'm like twitching.
Yeah.
That might have just been the Monster Energy I downed though.
Yeah, I watched a whole lot of those old Thomas Tank Engine shows as a kid, and then I revisited them, and I was like, wait, that was Alec Baldwin? What the hell?
I mean, I still
The guy
enjoy
that basically played the Boss Baby in the Boss Baby.
that basically no, he just
What is the
did.
Boss Baby doing in my Thomas?
That sounded really weird. Like you have a plate of
The Boss Baby
food,
doing in
and,
Minecraft.
and there's a boss baby in like Thomas, whatever that dish would be.
Oh, waiter,
Why is the
there's
Boss
a
Baby in
Boss Baby
Undertale?
in my Thomas soup.
Why is the Boss Baby in Undertale?
Oh no!
The Boss Baby called me.
Apparently,
You left me a
Tyler
creepy
Perry's
message.
Medea Halloween Boo 2 is earning a lot of money. It's out earned several of the other movies that are in the box office right now. It has driven to $21 million opening while other new releases crash. And Tyler Perry's always a hit, you know?
Yeah. Especially when people only see it ironically.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad because he probably doesn't even get the joke that people are watching his movies ironically.
I clicked on the IMDb article that's like Boo 2 drives 21 million, blah, blah, blah. The only comment is a comment from Facebook that says, Trump start World War III with North Korea. Humanity doesn't deserve to live. Posted 36 minutes ago with 1 like.
That's so irrelevant.
That has nothing to do with Medea's Halloween.
She's going to be the driving force in helping us win World War III.
Yeah, her and Linda are gonna stop all them.
I believe it.
All those ISIS people.
Down with ISIS. It's amazing how controversial our podcast is getting.
Yeah, really quickly.
Like, we're not even in 20 minutes in, we're already talking about World War III and ISIS in North Korea.
Yeah, we started off with Luigi with a huge dong, and now we're at World War III.
I mean, North Korea and ISIS, I mean, everybody agrees they're not good. We haven't said anything controversial yet. But I'm just getting started.
Yeah, it's just like someone just skips to the podcast and they hear Dong, Washington, D.C., Spy Kids, North
And Friends.
Korea, and Knuckles.
Washington, D.D.C., the extra D's for extra D. Jeez. Well, now I gotta deal with IMDb recommending nothing but Spy Kids related articles.
Yeah, same.
It's the Spy Kids versus ISIS.
Yo, the Spy Kids would totally destroy North Korea and never see him coming.
I want to see the Spy Kids infiltrate Kim Jong-un's compound.
I want a really controversial Spy Kids movie where it's just like they're going in to take down Russia and it's released like next year. They shoot Vladimir Putin. Why haven't the Spy Kids shot anybody? They need real deadly weapons.
They do. We need a gritty reboot. But they have guns and they kill people.
It's set in the same world as Machete.
Yeah.
It's just basically like the Terminator, but with kids.
I mean, that's
I've
kinda
actually
what they were doing
met
with
Danny
the original.
Trejo before.
You met Danny Trejo?
Yeah, he was at a Comic-Con I went to one time. Back in my
This is
hometown.
very important. I need to know. What does he smell like? I assume he always smells bad because he always looks sweaty.
He smells like smoke and sweat.
That's exactly what I expected.
Yeah, it's basically what you'd expect him to smell like.
Mm-hmm. As a baby, I don't remember this at all, but my mom was like, yeah, we went to this convention. They used to have a Star Trek convention where we lived before they stopped doing conventions around here. I'm like, what? That sucks. She's like, yeah, and we met the guy who plays Chewbacca, who wears the suit.
Peter Mayhew?
Yeah, Peter Mayhew. He's like 7 foot tall almost.
Yeah.
And he patted me on the head, and she said his hand was like larger than my entire body.
Like he just lifts you up and just like throws you off and says, "So long, gay Bowser."
Yeah, my mom was like, she shook his hand, and she's pretty small, but she shook his hand, and his hand went like all the way up, like halfway to her forearm.
My God.
Yeah.
And like my hands are huge too. I'm like a size 13 with my shoe.
Size 13 hands.
Like, so you know how big you're.
Yeah. You know, if my hands
There
were
was,
shoes,
like,
which they
yesterday.
don't, but if they did, they'd be a size
And, like,
13.
Yeah. Oh, like yesterday, I was watching the Food Fighters. I meant Food Fighters Everlong, and like watching it again with like when the guy fights the guys with like rolling his hands. The only thing I could think about was that scene from iCarly.
What is it?
You know the scene where the girl has like a huge hand trying to play the guitar.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all that was running through my mind when that was happening.
It's been a while since I've watched that episode. That's like a kind of obscure one.
I've only seen like one episode of iCarly way back in the day, and I hated it.
Did you ever watch Drake and Josh?
Drake and Josh I loved.
Good.
I think I was just bitter about them
you
canceling that.
Yes, I'm not even sure I can do that, but
I was looking around on the internet, and there's like Dan Schneider might be a foot fetishist.
Excuse me, what?
Might be.
It
What are you
is.
talking about? It's really obvious.
Yeah. Oh, like in an actual tweet by him, he asked someone saying, "I want to lick your feet."
Wait, I didn't see that one. I saw that he was tweeting back and forth with his wife, and it said, "I'll rub your feet."
Oh, I thought about it wrong because it's the only thing that was going through my head.
I want to lick your feet. You went from 0 to 60, dude.
It reminds
But,
me of that clip from the Mario Brothers Super Show with Bowser, and he's like, "I want my feet licked," and these little things come up and
I made
lick
a
his
video on
feet.
that recently.
It's fucking weird.
It's so weird.
I made a video of it. Like, I looked at the comments on that video, and wow.
Were people into it?
Yeah, they were like furries too.
Ew.
Like nothing wrong with furries except the they need the
What?
legs back.
Did you say nothing wrong with furries as to avoid offending furries? Dude, there's
Yeah.
something deeply wrong with them.
Well, we've
I'll
already
say I
talked
wanna
about World War
flag.
III.
It's not like the furries are going to be the cause of World War III, so we're good for now, you know?
You don't know that.
Oh. Imagine it. Imagine it. You think we can freaking fight the Thundercats on the battlefield? Ain't no way.
They'll obliterate us.
They'll bring their kung fu magic and we'll die.
Thundercats! Oh!
Lion-O on the front lines just obliterating our forces. North Korea tries to nuke them, but it doesn't work because it hits
Because
them.
they
and
can't make a proper
sound.
missile.
Oh, jeez. Don't taunt them. I'm sure they're not watching, but don't taunt them.
Oh
You
yeah,
can
I'm sure
fuck-
Kim Jong-un himself is gonna watch this. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim. I'm a big fan.
I'm a big fan of world dominance.
Tell your mom I said hi.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're following in the footsteps of Hitler. Sorta. Oh, Matt. What
Yeah,
happened
what?
when you muted yourself?
Oh, I muted myself temporarily because I had to real quick do something, and it was going to cause a lot of ridiculous noise. I had to move this little like MIDI piano that I have behind me, and it's rickety as all get out. So, I mean, I can demonstrate for you.
Oh God, you're right.
Yeah. I'm checking out headlines to see if there's anything interesting we can talk about, like news-wise. And it's really hard to find stuff that I'm like, no, we can't talk about that. You guys want to talk about Harvey Weinstein?
I'd rather not.
No. Yeah, let's skip that. But right below it, Hollywood agent fired after sex abuse allegations surface.
What else is new?
Jim Carrey claims Katharina White had STDs before they met and forged medical records to extort him. What?
What? Okay.
Okay, we're scrolling past it. We're going past it, all right? The timing for Geostorm couldn't be worse. The movie Geostorm, where the whole planet's like going to be destroyed by one giant storm.
Like a thunderstorm?
No, it's like all sorts of stuff. They like created satellites to control the weather, and then somebody like hacked the satellites.
Oh, I see. It's actually kind of a cool premise.
No, it's not. It's awful. It's absolutely terrible. Watch the trailer. I made it sound way more complicated than
Well, I haven't seen the trailer. I was just going by your description. I'm sure once I see the trailer, my opinion will change.
Just imagine Gerard Butler doing his best worst impression of an American voice. All right?
I like how...
Oh no, it's the Geostorm.
Yeah, I love Gerard Butler. He's great. He's a decent actor, but everything he's in, he cannot not be Scottish. It's like, hey, Gerard Butler, you're going to be a Roman, all right? You're a Roman soldier, and you're going to be shirtless, running around, you know, you're really Roman, you know? And he's like, okay, what do you want me to say? And then they're like, okay, so you're going to be a Nordic Viking. Your son is really disappointing little shrimpy Viking, and he just, like, saved a dragon instead of fighting it, and you're really disappointed in him. Now, son, why did you not kill the dragon?
Because I need to install some mods.
It's like, all right, you are an Egyptian god, all right? You are in Egypt. You're white for some reason, but you're in Egypt, you're an Egyptian god. What do you say? I am a god!
He just uses his Scottish accent for everything.
Yeah, he's always Scottish, and nobody ever...
Nobody questions it.
Yeah, kind of like how Sean Connery was the most Scottish Russian captain of all time in Hunt for Red October.
I'll take Lettuce now for 500. Back when it was actually decent.
Yeah. It's a French expression. Lettuce now. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's a French expression, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
LDH 125 cases now confirmed. 125 cases now confirmed of gastrointestinal illness from salmonella outbreak. That's not good.
Well, you're supposed to cook it.
Ate too much cookie dough.
This is what happens when you order the cookie dough shake every time you go out. It's not good.
Are you actually being serious?
What?
Are you actually being...
No, I'm not actually being serious. The cookie dough they use in the cookie dough shakes is usually eggless.
Yeah.
Vaping elicits immune response in lungs.
Oh, don't go into vaping, please.
Yukon doctors using 3D models to practice delicate surgery. That's pretty cool.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. Let's
Wholesome.
see what we got. Fear of spiders and snakes is an evolutionary response. Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course, .mp4. Oh, Gino, did you see the command I made? If you go to general and just like type in open parentheses, of course.
What does it do?
You'll see.
Wait, what do I type? Oh, it just puts the M. Bison video. Of course!
Oh my gosh. Nice.
Ah, the HD edition.
I don't know why I bothered clicking on the sports section
F sports, yeah.
of Google News.
Gotta throw that oblong-shaped ball around.
I'm just looking on Twitter looking for random hashtags.
Why is it called football again? Like, there was already a game named football, and we tried to steal that, and we basically modified rugby and then called it an existing sports name. And you hardly use your feet. There's
Except
the
for kicking
kickoff.
the field goal.
Yeah. Well, there's the kickoff, there's kicking field goals, but most of the time they're carrying it or throwing it.
Yeah, speaking of football, I actually played it. I was in a game last night, and all my fingers got jammed.
Yeah. I think it should be called tackle ball. I mean, it's like simple, straight to the point, you know? There's lots of tackling.
How about just handball? That might be a better term, even though it's a real sport. That's
Handball is
probably
an
more like
already.
Yeah, isn't there already
We're
handball?
trying to avoid doing that.
I'm saying, if handball didn't exist, that would be a better name for it.
Yeah, I kind of would. Why not just oblong ball?
Jeez. Burger King bullying experiment goes viral. I need to find out what this is. What was the Burger King bullying experiment?
The king of Burger King comes down to beat shit out of Ronald McDonald.
We bullied a high school junior and a Whopper junior to see which one received more complaints. What? Would you stand up if you saw a child being bullied? Burger King puts its customer to the test as part of its partnership with NoBully.org. Actors were paid to bully and harass a high school junior who's also an actor. Okay, good. Directly in front of other customers in one of the restaurant stores. Then Whopper juniors were also bullied, hit, and smashed, and otherwise tortured before being served to the customers. The results of this beefy social experiment: only 12% of customers reported bullying of the teen, while 95% of the customers reported their bullied burgers. The outcome was shocking, and unfortunately not so shocking at the same time, the company said in a statement. We know that bullying takes on many forms: physical, verbal, relational, and online. Online. Okay. But the first step to putting an end to bullying is to take a stand against it. CEO and founder of No Bully, Nicholas Carlisle, our partnership with the Burger King brand is an example of how brands can bring positive awareness to important issues. You have to start somewhere, and they choose to start within. Would you stand up for a bullied Whopper Jr.?
Yes.
Yes, I would.
Yes,
I don't like my
would.
burgers being bullied.
Just calls it a bitch. Just go
Okay,
like a burger bitch.
So here's the difference. Burger King is responsible for whether or not my burger is mangled when it gets to me. And so I would leave a complaint if I literally saw them messing up my burger. But if somebody was just getting hassled and like pushed around in the Burger King store, I don't think that's the fault of the restaurant. So why would I file a complaint?
It's not Burger King's fault that people are roughhousing or bullying inside their premises.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Burger King is directly blamed for the kid killing
Yo,
himself.
Burger King, you need to get some security. The kid walked in here, he was freaking carrying his chemistry books, and he just got shoved to the ground. Oh, and also my burger was kind of smashed.
The good thing about having an SFM animator in this is that if he wants to, he can just like recreate these scenes.
Make an animated version of this.
Would I end up being a scout because I used the accent?
Yeah, I'm sort of like one of the... I don't know what my voice matches.
You sound like the engineer if you were to do the voice.
Yeah.
It's like, as long as nobody's been teleporting bread. Question! What? I've done nothing but teleport bread for the past 3 days.
You did what?
I can see if Alex Jones was a TF2 character, I think he would be an amazing soldier.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I can just imagine Soldier rocket jumping everywhere, screaming about frogs turning gay.
This teleporter's turning the frickin' frogs gay! I can just imagine that. Sure, that'd be amazing.
Oh, yeah, the reason I brought that up is because this is a video of Alex Jones, just like rant moments, but in SFM with Soldier.
Oh,
that's perfect.
That is kind of perfect. Now, if only somebody would make like a soldier rig where the shirt could rip. They could rip off the shirt.
No, like a taunt, just like Alex Jones screams like, I can't really scream well.
And he screams and rips off his shirt, and the shirt stays ripped off for the whole match.
Yeah, too bad TF2 sort of going downhill.
They just came out with the update yesterday.
Yeah, the jungle update.
I was having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
Despite the item servers being screwed up most of the day.
I just don't like any of their like systems for selling things. Like, I don't think there should be a marketplace. It feels seedy. Just charge money up front for the game if you want to do that, but don't do those stupid like marketplaces where people can gamble with them. They got in trouble for that, and they said we had no idea anybody was gambling, but they were totally fine with it. They knew about it.
Yeah, there's lots of problems with gambling of that. I mean, not even TF2, CSGO too.
I mean, straight up unregulated gambling.
Yeah, like TF2 weapons can go like for $700.
Same with CSGO. CSGO was way worse, but it's the same thing.
Oh yeah, did you guys see like I think Guzma, you don't know, like one of the mods here in my server. Basically, he posted a picture of the Steam network traffic, and there were like 2 dots off the island of Madagascar.
There's a couple of guys, rich dudes with yachts that are just cruising around playing games.
Yeah, and you could just see like all this activity in like Russia, and you could tell it's probably CS:GO.
Probably.
Yeah, like I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's just that I just like playing it.
Mm-hmm. No, actually, I think Russians need to stop.
Yes, all Russians need to be banned from playing video games forever.
No more games.
I wish they would stop
No
going
more
on US
Europop.
servers, though, and having incredibly high pings and then swearing in Russian.
Gotta build a wall to keep all the Russian players out.
A firewall.
A firewall.
Yeah. Could there just be like a setting in CS:GO when you load up the menu, you look for a new lobby, you just
translate
no
Russian to
Russians.
English.
No,
Remember,
it just
no
says no Russian.
Just a whole mode dedicated to no Russians.
Yeah, it's just like when you click it, it does that soundbite from MW2 with like Makarov. No Russian.
Steve Gaynor on leaving Bioshock Infinite and going home. That's a great name. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh.
He's going home. Wow.
He's going home, man. He says he doesn't want to work on large-scale projects anymore.
Let's get something straight. Hero, a picture of a duck with a cross, not a hero. Psychological horror.
What? I don't get it.
Here, I'll post it in the podcast general chat.
All right. So I'm incredibly sad about what's going on with the Detective Pikachu movie.
Oh, I haven't heard
all,
much about that in a while.
Yeah. So the bidding war was going on, and Sony and Disney and DreamWorks were all in the bidding war, but it ended up going to Legendary, the company that made Warcraft.
Huh.
And so they're going to be making it, and guess what it's going to be? It's going to be a combo live-action CGI movie.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
And guess what? Danny DeVito is not in the running to become Detective Pikachu. They're looking at Ryan Reynolds, Mark Wahlberg, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
What? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Pikachu?
That would be pretty
The Rock
amazing.
is cooking?
I would actually kind of like that.
Do you smell what The Rock is solving?
Just like him as a math teacher.
Duck Pope. Psychological horror. I see. Nice.
Danny DeVito would be the best, but Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson isn't too bad either.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would totally watch it if it were Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Ryan Reynolds isn't bad either, but they better not cast Mark Wahlberg.
I kind of like
do
Ryan
not
Reynolds.
like Mark Wahlberg at all.
Mark Wahlberg as Pikachu.
He's
I don't really
into
understand
everything
that
he's
choice.
in, though.
How about Owen Wilson?
Wow.
That'd be even better.
He's Detective Pikachu walks and he's just like, Kerchow!
Kerchoo.
Got you.
Yeah.
It's okay, Pikachu. You're trying your best. Kerchoo.
Coons.
Like, I could just imagine where they got Kachow from. Somebody just sneezed and just, like, something with a K. How about Kachow?
I guarantee you the script for Owen Wilson. It says, at this point, Lightning McQueen flashes the shiny sticker on his side and makes a noise like a lightning bolt. And to Owen Wilson, in his brain, he was like, Kerchow! Because that's what a lightning bolt sounds like to Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson is always right.
Wow is how the word wow sounds to Owen Wilson.
I can just imagine the script is just like a note for the original Pikachu actor, just with the note card that just says Pikachu on it.
I really would have found it even funnier, though, if instead of doing any sort of, like, crazy cool voice for Pikachu, they just get the actual Japanese voice actress who plays Pikachu doing really broken English the whole movie.
Oh my gosh.
That's the one, like, consistent thing about Pokemon, because Pikachu's name is the same in the Japanese version and the American version, so that they never dub Pikachu. Pikachu's always been the same voice actress throughout all of the seasons and series. Yeah. But all the other Pokemon, they have different names in Japanese and English. So
there's nothing like a jelly donut.
It's a freaking rice ball. Literally, they would like localize snacks and things. Like they're clearly eating a Japanese snack, and they'll say that they're eating something
why
else.
even do that? Like that show could be a good way to teach, like sort of educational, teaching you about like Japanese culture and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, like, what's wrong with the rice ball? Why does it have to be a jelly donut?
Reminds me of that.
Why of all things a jelly donut?
Reminds me of that Phoenix Wright comic dub of Phoenix Wright and Apollo Justice, and he's like, "Apollo, come sit around the traditional American kotatsu," and they're eating sushi, and he's like, "Eat your hamburger, Apollo."
That's an interesting hamburger.
One of my favorite things I saw is I was watching this anime, and the subtitles were all in English, of course. But it still had the Japanese audio track, and it said, "Oh, that's just like the Japanese word for this." And I'm like, they just said it. Why didn't they translate it? Why did they have to say the Japanese word for it? It just added extra subtitles to the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how crazy 4Kids is with like their localization tactics.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just sad that they signed
like,
Veronica Taylor into a contract, and so she couldn't continue being Ash after it was swapped.
Wait, she's not Ash anymore?
No, they swapped to some girl, what's her name? Like Sarah Natochinny, I think is her name. She's been playing Ash since like season 8, maybe? For the past
I legit have
series,
not
like the
noticed
series.
the difference.
Well, that's probably
I can definitely tell.
Better.
Veronica Taylor was much better, and she's been wanting to play Ash ever since. She keeps campaigning and like signing petitions to get her to be Ash again.
Man.
So that's why couldn't they just keep her? I mean, if she could have done it for
Because she had a contract with 4Kids, and the Pokemon rights went back to the Pokemon Company, and they started dubbing their own stuff.
Right.
I will say though, I'm just gonna send you a picture of Sarah Natochinny, and you're going to be very upset. You know why?
Why?
Here, let me send you a picture.
You can send it in the podcast chat.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Oh, geez. Come on, back up. Copy image. Congratulations. You now want to bang Ash Ketchum.
Oof.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oof.
Woof.
Yeah, that's I'm just imagining her doing
Nice.
the Ash Ketchum voice.
You know, Bart Simpson is voiced by a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's another interesting story. Originally, when they cast the voices for Bart Simpson and Lisa, they
Bart
were
Simpson's
swapped.
and fuck off, dudes.
Bart Simpson's voice was playing Lisa, and Lisa's voice was playing Bart Simpson. And halfway through recording, like the first few episodes, they're like, "Why don't you switch?" And they switched, and they liked it much better.
Yeah, that's better. Probably better.
Yeah, it's for the best.
Oh, okay. So I just remembered the new Black Panther trailer, which is pretty awesome. I need to be very careful with the way I phrase this, all right? Because the other day I was talking about it and I realized it sounded very racist, which it wasn't even close to being racist. My brain just didn't catch myself.
Yeah,
I was saying that the villain looks just like the Black Panther, and I mean his suit. They both have panther suits that look the same, so to differentiate them, one has a purple glow and one has a yellow glow. Literally, they're the same suit. They keep doing that in all of the Marvel movies, too. The Iron Man always fights Iron Man-like villains. Thor always fights fantasy-like villains with similar clothing. And now Black Panther is fighting another Black Panther guy.
What about Spider-Man?
Spider-Man was the first
Spider-Man
time they
just
didn't
does
do
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Spider-Man was...
I
But keep
still
in mind,
like
that was a Sony movie. People think that it's like a Marvel movie. It was overseen by Marvel, but it was made entirely by Sony.
I'm just happy. I just like the Tobey Maguire ones way better than all the other ones.
I liked Amazing Spider-Man 1 probably more than any of the other Spider-Man movies.
I mean,
A lot of
Spider-Man
people
2
really
is still
hate
my
that
favorite.
movie.
Spider-Man 2 is still
Yeah.
my favorite. It holds up well. It's a funny / serious film, and it knows how to be serious and knows how to be funny.
Oh, I totally agree. That's probably the best made one. But I feel like Amazing Spider-Man 1, not the second one, but the first one, had Spider-Man's feel and like tone down. The music was spot on. I liked Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. The suit looked awesome. And the Lizard was not a bad villain. And I cannot get over how good the music in that movie was. They have like that final moment at the end where he's listening to a voicemail from Uncle Ben. And he's like, and it's just like this inspirational speech. He's like, "You're gonna do great things out there, Peter." And the music all swelling and stuff. And the final ending is like somebody spray painting a Spider-Man symbol onto a wall, and he just walks past it. It's just great.
Yeah, just imagine like they play the pizza theme.
dun, 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 dun.
If I know how to, man.
I also really liked Flash Thompson. I think he was best in the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Because at the beginning of Amazing Spider-Man, he was actually like beating up Peter. And then by the end of the movie, after all the terrible stuff...
That's hazing.
Yeah. After all the terrible stuff had happened, and Peter was like feeling really awful and everything, and got like mad at him and was like about to beat the crap out of him, Flash Thompson just let it happen. He's like, go ahead, do it. It'll make you feel better. And like later in the movie, he's like, you're coming along, Pete. It's just like, it was a good character progression.
Foreshadowing for Undertale?
What? I don't get the reference, but yeah, sure.
I'm just pulling into Oni Plays and just connecting everything with Undertale.
Yeah, guys, did you know that Peter Parker is Ness?
Whoa, Spider-Man is in fact a very clever reference to Undertale.
JoJo's Bizarre Tale.
Homer, we're in Undertale.
What? I cannot believe these things I'm hearing. That's my Homer Simpson.
I'm horrible at doing voices, I'll be honest.
Yeah, me too.
Marge, what are you doing in my bedroom? You act as if we are a married couple.
Marge, speaketh unto me with words I can understand.
Yeah, I mean, if we're just going to start quoting Oni, we're going to need to come up with some of our own Homer Simpson bits if we're going to do that.
Yeah.
Here's where your SFM knowledge can kick in.
Yeah.
There we go.
So Homer Simpson walks into a McDonald's.
I would like one burger, please.
And the guy behind the counter is the Thor.
Sans Undertale.
No, Thor.
It's Thor.
Sans, but in a cult. And he asks, "Hey, what do you want?"
I would like one extra large burger, please.
You're gonna have a bad time.
And then he beats up the burger in front of him.
Oh, jeez.
And then they bully Spider-Man. And
then Homer files a complaint.
That's season 28 for you.
Yeah. It's a really subtle joke when you think about it.
This podcast is going a lot better than I thought.
I expected it to go a lot worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like a surprising number of people have tried to go over Niagara Falls in a barrel. This is completely like a non sequitur, but
Donkey Kong, for example?
Tried, but most of them have died. Just like they've died straight up, hit the bottom, dead. Most of them were never found because they just floated down the frickin' river.
Just like that one Simpsons episode.
Yeah, when Homer went over Springfield Falls in a barrel.
To fake his own death.
Is that an actual episode?
It is. It's an actual episode.
I was just making a joke.
Yeah, I thought that was a joke at first, but it's an actual episode.
The spooky communist state just messaged me with a picture. It just says the N-word, and it's a GIF, but it doesn't move.
Yeah, basically, I have people can listen to us live, but can't speak because it's sort of like a three-person thing. So, I mean, they can still participate in a way.
Yeah,
Like,
thanks for that, Spooky. You did a great job. You really boosted morale around here.
You're really boosting my credibility.
Our ratings are going through the roof. He just said no problem.
Okay.
So
let's go over to Family Guy.
Oh, Family Guy. Hey, Stewie, what you doing? I don't know what he sounds like. He's
Peter.
like, hello, my name is Peter Griffin. Right?
Peter, I can't believe you were just talking about The Simpsons and now you want to talk about Family Guy.
Lois, I want something to rip off.
Mother, you are a bitch. Please shut your face. I do not love you, Mother. Bring me my dog. Brian, where are you? No, Brian, you are dead.
I am back. I'm now even more of an atheist and an unlikable character.
I can't believe our dog, Brian Griffin, is dead.
Wow, thanks for saying his whole name, or else we wouldn't have known who it was.
Yeah.
My name is Chris. I'm a only 14-year-old. Just that sort of.
I was going through some Halloween posts on Imgur. I was just seeing if I could find something interesting. Have you ever wondered, like, do you think when ghosts are picking what they throw over themselves, like most of them it's a sheet, right? What if one of them picks a comforter because he doesn't actually know what to do, and the rest of them make fun of him for being fat?
No, like it's just weighing him down.
Yeah, he just can't fly. He just like drags the floor like a little Roomba.
Yeah.
Now, remember the really
just like
weird
he tries to go down the stair thing and he gets caught in the motor.
Yeah. You guys remember in the Casper movie how he had that really weird like attraction to the little girl?
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
There's like a little girl, and he like likes her, and they're like towards the end of the movie,
Casper,
he has like a human form, and they dance.
Well, how old is Casper supposed to be?
Like really young, like 9 or something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I hope he died painless.
Yeah, I mean, like Casper is a little boy. He died as a little boy. I think he got sick, like he got polio or something.
Rest in peace, Casper.
Nice.
Yeah, rest in peace, Casper. What has he been doing all that time, though? Like, did he just only awaken when there was like a little girl his age there or something?
He's been putting
He's
comforters
hovering
over
around,
himself.
being really lonely for decades.
He's been possessing things and scaring people off.
Yeah.
It's like a Beetlejuice.
Actually, he doesn't scare people. He's a friendly ghost, remember?
At the moment, he's like catfishing them.
I want an edgy reboot of Casper where he's a malevolent spirit and he actually kills people.
Yeah, that would be...
No, like he's 13 and he's like emo. And he has like the...
There we go.
Oh my gosh.
Black.
The Spooky Communist State just sent me an infographic. It shows the correlation of the age of Miss America compared to the murders by steam, hot vapors, and hot objects. Okay? And then the divorce rate in Maine compared to the per capita consumption of margarine. And then there is an inverse relationship between honey-producing bee colonies in the U.S. and juvenile arrests for possession of marijuana.
It's all connected.
It's all connected. It has to be.
It's all one big conspiracy.
Everyone knows that correlation equals 100% causation.
These are all the alternative endings in Undertale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just found an album of Jackie
starts a
Chan
bee
holding
colony.
golden retrievers, and it's the best thing I've ever seen today.
The divorce rate in Maine and consumption of margarine.
That one is not a joke. That is not just a correlation. That's 100% a relationship there.
Yeah.
Nobody likes
they
margarine.
divorce and then...
Freaking the wife starts phoning it in, and she starts buying nothing but margarine. And then the husband just gets tired of crap and leaves.
And then he marries the margarine.
Marge, why are you buying so much margarine?
Marge, don't buy margarine.
I go buy margarine for Marge.
Why is she buying margarine for herself in the third person?
Like she just rubs it on herself. Like,
don't say she rubs it on herself. Now I'm just picturing Marge Simpson.
Only margarine can sustain me.
So slippery.
No, it's just like it's like her power source. Like she just like does it and she like reaches like her final form.
You fool! This is not even my final form!
Marge!
Butts!
I love that
my character arc.
I love that one animated short that somebody made making fun of a potential Simpsons Family Guy crossover and how it ended up being almost the exact plot of the actual crossover.
Oh, right. That was...
the Joe one?
Joe?
The Joe one?
Yeah. I love that.
It's almost exactly the same as the actual crossover. It was a fight over the beer.
Pretty much.
I wonder what he thought about it when it came out. He's like, ooh.
I wonder if they like copied his idea from the video or if he had some sort of inside pull with the Simpsons people.
Maybe it's just a huge coincidence.
What if he wrote the episode for them?
Yeah, because they're running out of ideas.
Yeah.
Like they watched it non-ironically and thought it would be a good plot.
That's possible.
Maybe they were getting ready to write the script and they were like, okay, we gotta scour the internet for funny Simpsons and Family Guy parodies.
Two worlds, one family.
Don't you make fun of Tarzan, all right? That's one of the finest animated movies ever made, all right?
That's one of the finest animes ever made.
It's the best anime.
Yeah.
Fun Halloween prank: dip Merida's beak in chocolate and only pass it out to the little crabs who aren't wearing costumes but expect candy. It's literally Merida's beacon from Skyrim.
Here's a Halloween prank. Get a prop chainsaw and chase little kids.
Yeah, or just get a real chainsaw but put rubber blades in it.
Oh, here's a fun, wacky Halloween idea. Tie a noose to the tree in your front yard and hang yourself.
Sounds cool. It's like something Mr. Gear would do.
No, tie a noose to the tree in the front yard, put a chair underneath it, and just leave it there and say, free, try me.
I bet there would actually be someone that does it non-ironic.
Anybody who does it would end up being a decoration, though.
For the rest.
You just take down the try me sign and leave it there as a decoration.
Like paint over his face so they can't tell it's a real person.
Well, he's probably already wearing a costume if he's out on Halloween night.
I'm doing it so people can never find out my identity.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just he just has like a mustache just drawn on his face.
If I wear this mask, nobody will know I'm Spider-Man.
A mustache Spider-Man. Spider-Man with a mustache sounds sorta...
It's not... Okay, so, like, I have a Batman mask, like one of those nice silicone Batman masks, like, straight from the movies. I would not recommend having facial hair and wearing one of those things. My beard hairs stick out of the bottom of the mask and create, like, this weird tuft around the bat cowl. And then my mustache, like, curls up around the silicone because it, like, sticks to it kind of when I get sweaty. And those things sweat so bad. I wore it to a homecoming dance. I drove my brother to his homecoming dance, and I knew my friend was going to be there. I came home from college to do this. I knew he was going to be there because he's still in like the homeschool group that does it. And so I brought my Batman mask, and I put it on, and I was like dancing and doing the Cupid shuffle and stuff. But I was wearing a Batman mask the whole time. I pulled it off, and like there was an actual amount of liquid in the mask from me sweating.
Ew.
Like it dripped. I wouldn't recommend dancing in a Batman. Yeah, it looked kind of like that, but I don't have a beard that's as great as... I think that's Charles Darwin.
I thought it was Karl Marx.
It might be Karl Marx. It doesn't look like Karl Marx's beard, though. Karl Marx had like a really neat beard. Ew. I'm watching this, I just found this CGI.
Guys, so my dad just, kicked down the door, which is what you heard, and I thought he was going to yell at me, and he yelled, "Who wants Burger King?" and all I thought about was the whole Whopper Jr. and bullying thing.
Just tell him if he sees bullying, report it.
Wait, when he comes back, I'm actually going to tell him about the story.
Yeah, tell him if he saw anyone getting bullied at Burger King.
We've never been in a Burger King since like 2007.
Hey,
I mean,
you think if a man wore pants, would he wear them like this or like this? It's just a picture of a man wearing pants incorrectly.
Why would there be 4 holes?
Because he has arms.
Yes. Why is this picture still relevant?
You know, I feel like we need to do this just for the sake of posterity. I'm gonna look up a fursona generator.
Oh no, that can't end well.
Wait, remember when we first met? We would look up Sonic OCs with our name.
Yeah. Hey, Geno, I'm gonna look up Geno the Hedgehog.
Oh, I've done that before. It's horrible.
Oh, Geno the Hedgehog is a hedgehog. I'm going to read you his backstory. All right.
Oh boy.
Like it's actually you. It's seriously you.
Geno the Hedgehog. Connor Geno Dango. Nicknames: Geno, Dango, Powerhouse, Gene. His age is 18 physically. Okay, you keep saying likes. I keep cutting you off. I'm so sorry.
Likes, source filmmaker.
I'm reading an actual wiki page, by the way. Species: artificial hedgehog. Gender: shown as male. Gender is really unknown. Height: classified. Weight: classified. Fur/feather/scale: blue with orange streaks. Eye color: crimson. Attire: orange and violet gloves and light violet, dark violet, green, and white shoes. His alignment is neutral good. His favorite food is lemon pie. So you got that going for you, you know what I'm saying? Likes defeating his rival, memes, killing, and kicking ass in general. Dislikes getting his ass kicked, and Ludwig. Beethoven?
Who the hell is Ludwig?
Ludwig von Beethoven? No?
The Koopaling?
Oh, relatives. Ludwig Robotnik is his creator. Is that like a relative of... Is that Dr. Robotnik's full name?
No.
That's like a different character.
Must be
Sonic
the Hedgehog is his genetic base, and Vino the Hedgehog is his genetic brother.
Who's Vino?
I don't know. It's his genetic brother. Shut up.
How about Vinny?
Friends, 43rd century freedom fighters and future core city guardians. Neutral, anybody who's just a citizen or he does not care for. Rivals, Vino the Hedgehog to a degree. Skills and powers, all of Sonic's main abilities, plus Xenoshock Punch, Xenoblade Slash, and Xeno Arts, inspired by Monardo Arts.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, this is a Xenoblade Chronicles ripoff.
Oh, boys. Apparently he has a theme song. It says theme, and there's a media fire link. I'm downloading it.
Okay, have fun with the virus.
Nice.
No, it's an MP3. We're good. I'm loading it.
Kind of curious.
So I'm going to take a quick break.
All right.
I'm going to be back pretty soon. So you guys can keep it going, and I'll be back.
Alright, we'll keep talking about Sonic OCs.
Yo,
okay. Have fun.
I'm going to have to play this out loud, I think, in order for us to properly enjoy it. So let me set my playback device properly. Hopefully that doesn't change anything.
And I'm sure once you edit this into the video, you could just put the file in there.
Yeah, that would work. Let's hear what the theme of Geno the Hedgehog is. This is pretty catchy. It's really building. What do you think, Geno? Does this feel like your vibe?
Hell yeah, it does.
Man, this is actually pretty sick.
Where's this from? It sounds kind of familiar.
It's called Patience FTR Remaster.
Huh.
Let's see what that actually is. This might literally just be stolen from someone else. I'm
Probably.
I'm not imagining it to be actually made by the person who did this.
If it is, I'm impressed.
It's from the game Full Throttle Remastered.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
I think I've heard it before.
Backstory.
Geno was created in an artificial Mobian chamber from Sonic's DNA and with core abilities called the Xeno Arts, the art of changing the status of power, speed, and more.
Similar to the Monardo arts used by Shulk in Xenoblade Chronicles.
Geno also had his so-called brother created the same time as him. Both Geno and Vino are created by the descendant of the infamous doctor himself, Dr. Ludwig Robotnik. Geno betrayed the doctor and began to do more good than evil like he was supposed to. Vino did the same, then got noticed by the 43rd century freedom fighters. Help them in some occasions. After a while, Geno seen some bads and goods, then seen a hedgehog/hyena. She was the leader of the future Core City Guardians, and Geno helped her and her group to fight off Coratin's descendant, Zeo, and his dynasty. Now Geno helps out Revoca and Amion in their battles.
Personality.
Geno was a bit serious, but more cocky and outgoing due to Sonic's DNA. Geno only gets serious if it's a major battle or fight.
There's a couple of really sick pieces of fan art here.
I want to see what he looks like. Post a picture.
Let's get you a full size image here. It's really good. I mean, like, I think you'll like it. Here you go. This is you as this is your Sonic Sona.
How did you obtain this image of me?
Dang it, I lost the page. Wait a second. Let me bring it back. There was one more picture that I was going to send you. Okay. Oh, yeah, this one's, like, colored in on a computer. So, it's got to be good. It's pretty much the same image, but with slightly better art. Look at his feet.
Oh my god, he has Kingdom Hearts feet.
I know. There's a lot of images here. Jeez. It doesn't, like, I'm kind of disappointed that he has no romantic relationships. I was really hoping to read out the steamy details, you know?
Yeah.
Trivia. Did you know Geno's name is similar to the word gene or genetic? Geno was going to have a super from the start, but I will develop it once I get there. Two comments. Looks awesome so far. Since Geno and Vino are genetic brothers and all, maybe Xeno could be the third. I'd have to change his abilities, but I think it could work. And then somebody responds with, that's fine.
That's fine.
Their username is DubstepXSonic.
I don't know what I expected.
I mean, I've checked Matt the Hedgehog. Oh my gosh.
Matt the Hedgehog.
Yeah, my name is Matt, so I can bring up Matt the Hedgehog, see what it brings. Yeah, I think this is the same one. It's a photoshopped image from Sonic Unleashed. Alright. Age, 16. Birthday, April 17th, 1993. Chaos Island on the planet Tribolt. Tribolt belongs to user Nova the Hedgehog of the Sonic Fan on Wiki. Powers, every power known to man or hedgehog, because he is a power hedgehogs. Personality, often serious, diligent, and cautious. Whenever he's not saving the world, he goofs off. Sounds like he's a bit fun.
All of these OCs sound exactly the same. Right. They all have the same personality.
Yeah, because that's the kind of personality that is preferred by people who are fans of Sonic the Hedgehog. That's just how it is. They can't write characters that aren't Sonic.
Pretty much.
At the age of 7, Matt was separated from his parents by a storm. A few days later, Matt found a pirate ship. He went 1 full year on the pirate ship. At the age of 8, he told the captain he had to search for his parents. What? He was 7 and he lived with pirates for a year? That did not sound good. The captain did not like the idea of Matt leaving the crew. He's very possessive. So the captain challenged Matt in a duel. Matt killed the captain at the age of 8. Feeling quite ashamed, Matt fled the ship and took one of those small boats on the side of a pirate ship. Matt landed on...
It's called a lifeboat.
It's a lifeboat, yeah. Matt landed on an island with these strange creatures. No description. The creatures were panicking. Matt saw a volcano was about to erupt. Matt used some ice powers to freeze the volcano. The creatures were grateful for what Matt did. Matt said goodbye and sailed off to continue searching for his parents. I thought he left the pirate ship. Where did he sail off? He landed on another island where a hedgehog named Striker found Matt. Oh boy. He trained Matt to do evil. Soon Matt found out that Striker was the one who separated Matt from his parents. What a coincidence!
Oh, plot twist.
Striker can control water and weather. That's no match for a hedgehog that literally has all powers known to man and hedgehog, though.
I know, right?
Matt got into a giant battle with Striker. Matt was near death when a blue blur attacked Striker and saved Matt's life. The blue blur was none other than Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, I thought it was a Mega Man.
Yeah, I thought so too. Big twist, though. Matt thanked Sonic and they became friends. A few weeks later, Matt fell in love with Dawn the Hedgehog. There's not even an introduction. He just fell in love. So now Matt, Dawn, and Sonic are all searching for Matt's parents. A few weeks later, Matt reunited with an old friend, Sam the Hedgehog. Where's this old friend from? They never mentioned this friend before.
And why are they all
introducing
hedgehogs?
Story components. So Sam joined too. A few years later, when Matt was 15, he finally found his parents. Period. New paragraph. Nothing later involved.
That's it?
That's it. 20 years later, Sir Charles the Hedgehog invents a time machine and lets Matt the Hedgehog be the first to use it. Matt the Hedgehog goes to 1945 occupied Poland by Nazi rule.
Is that seriously what it says?
That's what it says.
Are you kidding me?
No. Just a complete non sequitur Nazi battle.
The
Nazi party
totally
was losing the war, and Matt the Hedgehog decides to help the Nazis. Matt the Hedgehog has always had a crush on Striker and wanted to impress him. After the Nazis win, Matt the Hedgehog goes to young Striker and makes love to him.
Excuse me?
Striker whispers to Matt the Hedgehog seductively, "Harder." Matt the Hedgehog obeys Striker's request.
This is getting out of hand.
Striker moans loudly. Daddy!
Did they just start having sex on the battlefield?
Yes, I assume. Matt the Hedgehog takes this as an invitation to go on, but even harder. Striker then explodes in a quote-unquote bloody orgasm. The end in all caps. Then there's another section that says, much trouble. Matt has a crush on, quote-unquote, girls and doesn't know who to stay with. You should help Matt decide on my talk page.
What about fucking Striker?
And then there's a list here of all the different people he could go with. Blaze the Cat, a character we were never introduced to. Dawn the Hedgehog, a character we know nothing about. Gay Hitler!
What?
Or old lady porn. I feel like it must have been edited by somebody at some point.
Probably. That explains the huge...
Yeah, the sudden shift in tone.
The sudden shift, yeah.
Like, it says theme here, and the theme underneath it just has a thumbnail image that links to another part of the wiki, and it's a video. Super Mega Battle something. SMBZ ST Open Your Heart Sonic Adventure.
Is that Super Mario Brothers Z?
I don't know. And also beneath that it says Revolution Death Squad by Dragon Foreskin. Inventions. Matt often helps Sir Charles the Hedgehog in creating inventions. Matt has even made some himself, and it has lists of inventions he assisted in. The Roboticizer, he helped. Sonic's anti-gravity sneakers, he created. All right. Airboards, he created those too. De-roboticizer, that's a work in progress. Oh no.
A roboticizer and a de-roboticizer.
Oh no, there's I can't say it. I'm not gonna say it. I don't want it to become more controversial. The de-inwardizer. I will call it.
You've got to be kidding me. This had to have been
by himself and worked. Weaknesses. Matt's weakness is his golden dong ring. If it gets taken off, his attacks grow weak. Matt also has another weakness. Mogulistic women haters. They annoy the hell out of him. I've got to see who this was edited by. They usually list who edited. Let's see the history of this.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
Okay, originally it was created by Sonic Hog 5. And then it was edited by the Wikibot, and then it was edited by an unknown IP address. By 646 characters. What? It says 20 years later. Oh, that's the guy. So somebody else added that whole section below it. And then modified 24 characters by a guy named What's Up, Guys. I'm glad that this is he's a composite character, a group effort.
They did a great job of expanding his personality and adventures.
Yeah.
Turned him into a gay Nazi.
Yeah. I mean, if the story felt like it was going to progress that way, it was kind of predictable, to be honest.
Kinda. I mean, it is a Sonic OC.
I'm getting messages from the Spooky Communist State. He says, would you like to hear a story? In the beginning, there was only one. However, the one gave up its true form to give birth to two primordial deities. What?
What?
What? Drimor. Dreamor? What is this?
Is this a reference I'm missing, or?
And Savara. What? What is this? What are these? What are these characters, communists? What is this? The two balancing deities created the universe. What? I don't know what this is. What is he talking about?
Who knows?
Okay, so I'm going to real quick give you a little quiz, Gino, all right? This is going to help me get to know you better.
All
It's
right.
going to help you get to know a lot about yourself. So here we go. What is considered the perfect evening for you? Spending time with close-knit family alone and out of sight of the public? Spending your time alone doing what you love to do, drawing, reading, thinking, as long as you're alone? Making a scene somewhere in public where everyone can admire your beauty and strength? Doing just about anything fun and active, swimming, sports, jogging, in a group or alone? Or something secretive and quiet where no one is too wise, possibly a walk in the woods or a swim in a lake. You just want to hear silence.
Alone doing something I like.
Okay. What is your favorite style food? Meat all the way, as long as it was alive at one point or another, it tastes good to you. Vegetarian, nothing died or was harmed in the making of your meal. You believe healthy is the way to go. I like how you can tell the person who made this quiz is a vegetarian.
Yeah, I can tell.
Say it's healthy. A mix of meat and veggies. You like them both and could go for either. You both like the flavor of both, but you also aren't concerned about an equal mix of both to be healthy. Processed food. It doesn't really matter to you how it tastes. It tastes all the same to you. Candy, cookies, and shakes. Sure, it's bad for your health, but we can't all live forever. Why not enjoy it to the fullest? Or a classy, expensive meal. This meal probably costs more than your TV at home, but it doesn't matter as long as everyone sees you eating it.
Mix of meat and veggies, I guess.
All right, that's smart. All right.
That's usually what I eat anyway.
So you're not crazy concerned about your health?
Not really.
What sort of home do you live in? The family home, a loner home, a party home, an expensive home, or a messy home?
What were the first two choices?
Family and loner.
Loner.
Loner home, all right. What is your opinion of family? I can't live without them. My family is big and sometimes I wish it wasn't. I'm alone and like it that way. My family is small, but I don't mind one bit. I only need a few close members to keep me happy. Or my family is big, but I don't see them much. We're a bit distant at times, but I like it that way.
Family's big, but they're a bit distant.
All right. What is your dream vacation? Somewhere tropical and fun like Hawaii. Somewhere secluded and peaceful. Somewhere expensive and classy like New York or Japan. Somewhere family friendly like Florida or California. Okay, that really depends.
Yeah.
Somewhere full of parties and fun like Vegas. Or somewhere thrilling and exciting like an amusement park.
Somewhere classy. Like New York.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
I've actually been to New York. It's great.
I've the coolest place I've ever been to. I've been to Denver and I've been to Austin, Texas. Those are like the biggest cities I've been in.
Oh yeah, I've been to Austin multiple times because I actually live in San Antonio.
Austin. I want to live in Austin. That is like where I want to
Austin's
end up
great.
eventually.
Yeah,
It's just really nice. It's beautiful there.
it really is.
Plus, I can handle the heat. I'm from Louisiana. I mean, dry heat is better than humidity anyways.
True.
What do you think you are? Intelligent and family-based? Beautiful and sophisticated? You have a close family, even if adopted or just friends. You love them to death. You aren't quite wild. Friends mean the world to you. You prefer comfortable temps and environment. Quiet and secluded. Quiet but not lonely. Also, you depend on your family and they depend on you. You're powerful and everyone knows that. You are arrogant and smart. You're a fun-loving kind of person. You are cute and people underestimate you. You are intimidating even though you don't mean to be. You are beautiful but intimidating. People respect you and know your true strength. You prefer to be alone and everyone recognizes your style. Beautiful but secretive. Sadly, you are a bit plain but content. You are devious and sly. What are
I
you?
kind of like the cute, but people underestimate me.
All right.
I'll
I
go
can
with
believe
that.
it. All right. Let me okay, yeah, people tend to underestimate you. What's your favorite color? Black, red, blue, green, yellow, white, purple, gold or silver, brown, or gray?
Why are gold and silver like
Because they're
not
shiny.
two different things?
They're shiny. This person doesn't have a very high IQ who made this quiz.
Guess not. My favorite color is blue.
Blue. Ah, nice. Good color. A bundle of money falls of a truck. It's quite a bit of money. What do you do with it? You spend it on your family because you know you'll never find a proper owner. Your family needs it, and it would be nice to give them what they want and need. You secretly keep it to yourself, hide it for a while, and find something perfect to spend it on. You buy something just for yourself, and when people question you, you lie about it. You try to find a way to return it, not because you're honorable like that, but because you're too arrogant to keep something you found and have no use for. Okay, that's just stupid.
Oh my
Doesn't make
god.
any sense. You simply find someone else to hand it off to, knowing you either might get in trouble for it or don't know what to do with it. It's freaking money.
Yeah.
If you're not going to return it, why would you just hand it off to some random person? You return it because you're honorable and would never want to be in that situation yourself. You know it's the right thing to do, so you do it. I mean, if you found a large chunk of cash, I would assume it's from a drug deal, and I'd just keep it.
Yeah, that's what I pick. I just keep it because I'm a starving college student
You go
and I
nuts and
need it.
spend it on whatever your heart desires. You want to have fun, so you forget about where it came from and don't feel an ounce of guilt. So I guess you could secretly keep it to yourself, hide it for a while, and find something perfect to spend it on.
Yeah, that's what I'd do.
What is your favorite animal type personality? Fun and playful, wild and free, vicious and cruel, domesticated and friendly, or odd and slightly creepy?
Domesticated and friendly, I guess.
Yeah, good.
'Cause I
All
love
right.
cats.
Okay, here we go. The point of this, I sort of kept it a secret, but you might have sort of seen what it was coming to at the end. Your persona is the skunk.
Excuse me?
You are a skunk. Many see you as some sort of threat.
No!
Even though you are harmless most of the time. You never mean to hurt anyone, but you can be defensive at times. You're
No!
clever and intelligent, but rely more on your rep than your skills.
No!
You're a bit messy and dirty, but it's okay. You aren't very social. Some may make fun of you, but in the end, you have it your way.
Ah!
Like
I hate
Burger King,
skunks.
have it your way.
Oh my god! And it goes back to Burger King.
Yeah, it does.
This is the absolute worst possible thing.
I like how he has like dreads, or she, maybe. I think it's a she.
Yeah, it's a she because you can see the side of her boob.
Is that a boob or is that the other elbow?
I think it's a boob because it's connected to her chest.
She has very manly shoulders.
It's a very tasteful image. It's a nice image, but it's a skunk!
It's like classical art. Look at all the weird ribbony things.
I know. It's a nice image, but
Yeah, quality.
hate skunks. I can't believe you made me do this.
I know. I didn't even tell you what it was. I just had you start answering questions.
I had no idea what it could have possibly been. I was just answering.
I'm glad that we did this. I know so much about you now. I feel like I can really relate. You know?
Yes. Now you know that I'm actually a skunk.
Yeah.
A female skunk.
And I'm a gay Nazi.
You're a gay Nazi hedgehog.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Good. I'm glad we did this exercise.
Well, you were the
This
guest, so
icebreaker.
like really, we needed to really get to know you most, so that really helped.
True.
What do you think
Uh,
Meta's gonna be back?
Who knows?
Somebody on Imgur commented on one of my old posts. It just says Cosmic Matt Plus. I assume it's probably someone from the KML thing that found my username. Oh, here we are. All of his comments on alternate posts are just the username of whatever person with their name and a plus. You know, it's like the person's name and then a plus symbol. Cosmic Matt plus. A poem Plasma plus. Diagon Rally plus. So Close to Calamity plus. That's all he does.
Why?
I'm looking at his bio, seeing what it is. This is really weird.
His bio says, I write plus on everything.
His bio is a link to a Russian website, and beneath it says, hot beauty wishing love that's waiting for you here.
Oh my god. Stay away from that.
Are you sure? I kind of want to see it.
Alright, go ahead.
Let's copy this link address into a proxy real quick. Alright, let's see it. Let's see what this is. Oh geez. Oh geez.
Is it exactly what you thought it was?
Sex Badu. Beater Ban Badu.
Bater?
Tot
Hey, Bater?
Flat. Binjay Minstons. 18 jar ood. It's
What?
like it's like a weird Scandinavian website. What? This is so weird. Knee. I clicked knee. I clicked knee, but nothing happened. I think it's asking me if I'm over 18. I clicked knee, and it's not doing anything. So I guess like if you hit no, nothing actually happens.
Yeah, I guess knee is no.
Yeah. And the other one is ja. I'm
Ja.
clicking ja. Let's see what happens.
Ja.
Ja. Nothing happens if you click ja either.
Wow, good website.
Quality. I'm pretty sure it only exists for pop-ups, so that makes sense.
Probably.
But that's just what this does. It just goes Cosmic Matt plus Emag Girl Engineer plus. I just realized that was supposed to be say I'm a girl engineer. Yeah, whatever. Well, that was another journey. What else can we do? Keep the podcast going. You got
How long is
anything
it
you want to
gonna
talk
be?
about? I don't know, man. I was just hoping that Meta would get back before we have to end it. I mean, my co-host's gone. He's gone.
He's been gone for a while.
Died. He got in a car crash. You know, it's a horrible situation. Nobody knows really what happened to him. In the hospital right now. If he's dead, I don't know why he's in the hospital. Maybe he's in like the morgue at the hospital.
He was just in a coma.
What if we're just part of his dream while he's in a coma?
Oh, we're self-aware coma dreams. I don't know.
Self-aware coma dreams. I'd love to be that. That would be great.
It's like the whole crappy Ash coma theory.
Yeah, that's a theory that everyone has for every show. Like, there's always some stupid person out there that wants that to be the case.
Yeah.
Like, Homer Simpson, actually, he's been in a coma since season 2 when he had this thing happen to him. That's why all the Simpsons has gotten way more outlandish since then. And that's why he's gotten stupider and weirder things have happened.
Yeah. They always use, like, the animation quality or the writing to justify their theory.
Yeah. So, what was I going to say? Oh, okay. Have you ever had one of those dreams where you, like, live out an entire life in your dream?
No, I haven't, actually.
I had one once, and it was very weird. So
Like,
I was
lived out an entire life?
like, I can only recall bits and pieces of it, but it felt like it, yeah.
Huh.
So,
Interesting.
basically, here's the dream. I lived in this fancy house. I was the age that I was back then when the dream started. So I was like 11, something like that. I lived in this fancy house with like all these oak things. It looked old and rustic. And there was a pool outside that was in the ground, but it was like poor, so everything was covered. But a mermaid!
I don't know what I was expecting.
Yeah, like, I befriended the mermaid. I tried to help her get back to the ocean. Of course, like, classic romantic mermaid movie or whatever. She ends up wanting to stay on land and whatever. And then, like, I imagine in the dream, we dated, got married, had some kids.
Hot mermaid sex.
She may have died. I don't know. It was like, I would remember, it was like an old man in the dream. And I woke up and I'm like, what the? I lived out a whole freaking life in that dream.
Damn, that's actually kind of sad.
I only remember bits of it, but like, it's enough that I get the cliff notes of a whole life. It wasn't incredibly detailed or anything. Like, I can't remember specific tiny details, but I remember like a series of events that played out. One
That's
of the weirder
sad.
dreams I've had, yeah, because I mean, I remember waking up and I'm like, my mermaid wife, where is she? Yeah, it was weird.
What if the life you're living right now is just another dream?
Oh, and I'm an old man in a coma, and my mermaid wife died, and I just took a bunch of pills and OD'd.
Oh, plot twist! You have a dream about yourself having a dream about your real life.
Oh, but it's actually all in Meta's coma dream.
But you're actually dreaming about Meta in a coma while you're on your deathbed.
Gosh. Yeah, and my mermaid wife's still gone.
But then all that is happening in your mermaid wife's dream. You're the one who's dead, and your mermaid wife is remembering you.
Oh, crap. Man, she has really vivid dreams. Man, mermaids must have some crazy level of cognitive advancement.
Guess so.
Yo, but for real though, you think you would be okay with like being the pet of an advanced alien race?
Depends on how I'm treated.
Like a house dog. Like you'd be put in a crate to sleep in, but it'd be really comfy because it'd be for humans, not for dogs. And you'd be fed human safe food, but not, like the fancy alien food that aliens consider fancy. So you'd have a can of human food, probably taste like a Whopper, in a can. And I mean, you'd live out your life in comfort as the lapdog of like a giant. I don't know. Let's give it a few more benefits. It's a giant busty alien princess.
Ooh.
And yeah.
I'm all right with that. I was having my doubts, but then you said that, and I'm like, sold.
She's giant though. You're like a purse dog.
I don't care.
Nice. All right.
Plus, I'd be fed every day.
Yeah,
Whoppers from a can.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I guess you could do cool tricks or something. You could just do whatever you wanted as long as it doesn't bother the aliens. Like, you could live like a normal life, but just be their pet. You just have to do it in like their home, whatever you want to do.
Do a trick. Makes an SFM video.
Yeah, that's pretty great. You think they'd be impressed by that, or do you think it'd be like us watching a dog sit down?
It probably won't. Not even other humans are impressed by it.
I am.
Have you tried adding an IK rig to it?
I haven't.
Well, if you do that, it makes it... You could do that for any model. It makes it easier to control.
Also, the facial expressions are really, like, arbitrary. The sliders that they have for modifying the face.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't... They didn't split them up in a way that makes sense. Like, in Blender, if I were to make shape keys for a 3D model, I would make, like, facial expressions that I could go through. I'm like, here's a smile. It just raises the corners of the mouth and sort of straightens out the middle. Or a frown would do the opposite. And then I'll make an O shape for the mouth, and I'll just do a couple of alternate mouth shapes that they would possibly make. And then you can just combine those sliders to get the mouth shape that you're looking for. But in the Team Fortress 2 facial rigs, there's like 40 sliders, and I have no idea what half of them do.
Though there are two different models for each character. One is a hardware morph, and the other is standard. The standard has like, okay, there's a preset smile, a preset frown, preset angry,
Does it
preset
just crash all
surprise.
the time for you?
No,
How many times does? Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't crash. It
SFM
crashes
hardly ever crashes for me.
so often for me. Like I don't know why, but it crashes every time I use it.
Now Gmod, on the other hand,
Same, but that's just
Gmod
mods.
is so unstable. I'm actually thinking about moving away from Gmod and just doing SFM full time.
Gmod's pretty bad. I mean, you could. SFM does have the feature to control player models, so if you still wanted to do like without having to animate off it, if you wanted to have the characters walking or something like that with like a walk cycle, you can do that in SFM. It'll make you like a little game environment, and you can walk around.
Yeah, I know that.
Stuff.
I hardly ever use it though.
I mean, it's good. It's a good alternative to Gmod.
Yeah.
If you want to just do something like that. I saw a great video on how this one guy wanted to do a specific movement. He just would like take the scout and run and then jump, and he would animate the scout while it was in midair to make the movement more interesting for like his specific shot. He like turned it into slow-mo and made him flail in the air. It's kind of useful to be able to control a character's path and then go in and animate them.
Yeah. Might actually use that more often. The recording thing.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good. Especially because you can act out multiple characters. So say there's one specific character that's doing a crazy complicated motion. You can have all the other characters in the background like looking around and things without having to animate them.
Yeah. Like you can have, let's say, a scout running through and then spawn as a soldier and then have the soldier running through, shooting, and just have all these different characters. So you can have different characters set doing a specific action.
Yeah, and it's identical to the games in the way that it controls. So you just like walk around.
Yeah. Same controls as TF2.
Yeah. I think you can also do it with some Half-Life player models, but I'm not sure. I haven't really tried it.
I've never tried that either. If so, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it would be cool to have those interact. I wonder if anybody's ever done Half-Life characters in the style of Team Fortress 2, like redo the models.
I've seen a retexture of some models, but not like actual brand new models.
Hey, guess who's back?
Hey, Meta.
Oh, there's
it's been a
Meta.
while. Nice.
I know. Sorry it took me so long.
Yeah, I mean, we found out what his persona is, what Geno's persona is. He's a skunk.
He made me take this quiz that was like, what
tell him.
persona are you? And I'm a skunk.
All right, what else did you talk about?
We talked about gay Nazi Sonic OCs.
Yeah.
Sounds nice.
We also went on about animation and Source Filmmaker for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to retexture a character?
Yeah, unless you do it like ironically bad, it's not easy.
Yeah. Because you can't. I don't think you can really redo the texture maps unless you like import.
Unless there's like a template. Unless there's like a template.
I've done minor texture editing, but nothing too major.
You would have to extract the character with their rigging and everything, import them into a different software, and you would have to redo the texture map because it would be almost impossible to create a new texture for it with the existing texture map without having all sorts of weird issues. I mean, I guess you could use some sort of painting software, and that way you would just apply it directly to the model without having to worry about the texture map. But
yeah, that's what I've done. I just use a VTF edit to extract the VTF, save it as a normal image file, and just edit the image and convert it back, and then replace it back to the files.
That sounds way less complicated than what I was imagining.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. The way I do it, at least.
Yeah, I'm used to doing stuff in Blender, so Source
okay.
Filmmaker, it feels almost too user-friendly, and I don't expect it to be. I did find an interesting model that's like Gordon Freeman in the Team Fortress 2 style.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Somebody made it. It looks pretty nice.
Is it on the workshop?
I don't think it's on the workshop. It was made in ZBrush. It would be very difficult to port over into Hammer.
Oh, I see.
Looks like this. See?
That's actually really cool. I like that.
I like it. He needs better eyes. Like, He needs like eyebrows so that you could actually make him expressive.
Yeah, maybe his face could use a tiny bit more work, but I love his body proportions.
Yeah, it feels very Team Fortressy.
Very. And actually, it shouldn't be that hard if you port the model from ZBrush to Maya, and then maybe from Maya into Blender.
I'm back with Burger King.
ZBrush has no regard for the amount of polygons that it adds into a model. It's more
right,
visuals,
yeah.
So you would have to completely remesh the whole thing.
Have to remesh it, yeah.
There are some automatic remeshers that I've had some success with, but you're just gonna have to do it by hand.
Yeah. All right, let's move over to like JonTron or something.
JonTron.
Why JonTron?
Because YouTube's open like this video. That's a lot of damage.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Hi, I'm Phil with Flex Tape. I saw this boat in half.
No, it's not boat in half. It's like, I saw this boat in half.
My dad showed me that commercial first, and he was like, what is this guy trying to sell?
He's trying to sell Flex Tape.
Flex Tape, of course.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I need to find this mod. I was searching through Half-Life when something scary happened. Da, 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 da.
Oof.
Oof.
Half-Life 2 is probably one of my favorite games of all time.
I'm like, apparently most of the writers from Half-Life and all of the writers from Portal have since left Valve because Valve
Sucks.
Valve cannot keep it in their pants, and they'd rather make microtransaction hats and stuff than make games.
Artifact.
Artifact, the Dota card game, as if everyone playing Hearthstone wanted something to replace it.
Really, the only thing I look forward to from Valve is new maps for existing games and Team Fortress 2 shorts.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they have to offer me at this point.
How long were you planning on podcast to be?
Oh, it's been a while. I mean, it's been like 2 hours, dude.
I think usually 2.5 hours usually like the good point cut off.
We started at 1 something. It's 3:41. We should have had a timer.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of have stuff I need to work on.
You live and you learn.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was episode 1 of the Outcast, starring me, Matt, and Gino. Thanks for joining me for this podcast, and see you in the next one.
See ya.
Goodbye.